Welcome to Triumph IAS. It's a daily mains practice question and answer series. This program is exclusively designed for UPSC CSE aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE mains previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. Mention the significance of straits and isthmus in international trade. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. A strait is a narrow body of water that connects to larger bodies of water, while the isthmus is a narrow strip of land that joins to land masses. The Strait of Gibraltar is the only link between the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. North America is linked with South America with a narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. The main body of the answer should be: Panama Canal revolutionized shipping and travel in the 20th century, allowing for faster and more efficient transportation of goods and people. The Panama Canal stretches 77 kilometers across the isthmus and allows cargo ships to travel from eastern North America to western North America without having to go around South America. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf and a part of the Arabian Sea called the Gulf of Oman. Great quantities of petroleum from Middle Eastern states are shipped through the Strait of Hormuz. The strait is jointly controlled by Oman, the United Arab Emirates, and Iran. Maritime transport accounts for 95% of India's international trade by volume and 65% by value, much of which passes through the international straits located within the Indian Ocean. Straits of Malacca is the main shipping channel between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Control over straits and isthmuses by a country helps it to establish good control over the connected sea and shipping lanes of the region. Conclusion of the answer is: countries with control over the straits impose heavy charges on foreign ships passing through the straits. Thus, straits and isthmus in international trade are very significant. Question number 2. Clean energy is the order of the day. Describe briefly India's changing policy towards climate change in various international fora in the context of geopolitics. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. India ranks third in Renewable Energy Country Attractive Index in 2021 and third largest energy-consuming country in the world. India is becoming a strategically important actor in global climate negotiations. This reflects not only its rising economic and geopolitical importance, but also a greater level of recent engagement by Indian representatives with international efforts to reach a climate agreement. The main body of the answer should be: by a country helps it to establish good control over the connected sea and shipping lanes of the region. India's changing policy towards climate change in various international fora. Number 1. Domestic policy action under the 2008 National Action Plan on Climate Change has been driven primarily by development objectives, not least concerns about energy security and access. The 8 missions under it shows how it is moving towards sustainable development goals. Number 2. Indian climate diplomacy is now being woven into wider foreign policy objectives, particularly its strategically important relationships with the United States and China. A desire to foster these relationships has motivated India to introduce some flexibility to its previously fixed negotiating positions. Number 3. India has aligned itself with the G20 mitigation strategies and becoming the voice of all the developing countries. Number 4. The emergence of the BRICS is an interesting new feature in the climate politics landscape. Though decision to align with the other 4 carries some risk for India, but BRICS participation makes sense. Number 5. If seen in the context of India's wider foreign policy goals, building international status and cementing important economic relationships. Question number 3. Describe the various causes and the effects of landslides. Mention the important components of the National Landslide Risk Management Strategy. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. India is vulnerable to different types of landslides which cause significant destruction in terms of loss of lives and property. As per GSI, about 0.42 million kilometer to covering nearly 12.6% of land area of our country is prone to landslide hazards. The mountainous region of the northwestern Himalayas, the sub-Himalayan terrain of the northeast, the western and eastern Ghats are prone to landslides. The main body of the answer should be causes of landslides. Number 1. Heavy and continuous rainfall lead to heavy landslides in the areas of steep slopes. E.g., Banihal is frequently subjected to landslides. Number 2. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are the most important cause of landslides. Number 3. The unplanned growth of towns and cities in the hilly areas without following the geology of that region causes landslides. Number 4. Deforestation and other human activities also induce landslides. Effects of landslides. Number 1. Loss of lives and properties. Number 2. Roadblocks, destruction of railway lines. Number 3. Diversion of river courses due to landslides causing floods. Number 4. Permanent landscapes can be changed. Number 5. Cultivable land can be lost. Number 6. Soil erosion and permanent loss of fertile soil. Number 7. Population shift and relocation of populations and establishments. Components of the National Landslide Risk Management Strategy. It was made by National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA. Its components are A. Generation of user-friendly landslide hazard maps. B. Development of landslide monitoring and early warning system. C. Awareness programs. D. Capacity building and training of stakeholders. E. Preparation of mountain zone regulations and policies. F. Stabilization and mitigation of landslides and G. Creation of special purpose vehicle, SPY, for